It's Adam and Katie. Katie M. Reed from katiemreed.com. And this is Stop Hammock Time. And in the winter, what do we call it? We call it Fireside Chat, where we talk about marriage stuff. So we're going to turn around here. I think that's your sister.
Yes. Hey.
All right. We missed you guys. Oh, we gotta get closer, babe. We missed you guys. We were sick. Here, look. You gotta get your face there. There.
Then
there
you
you
can't
go.
see the fire.
I know. Is that your sister?
Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, we were sick. Kleenex up our nose, if you saw it on the Twitter, as we like to call it. But we went to, first of all, say hi. Hi.
Hi.
And
Hi.
hi.
Hello, neighbor.
Won't you be
It's
my
a
neighbor?
beautiful day in
Musical.
the neighborhood.
Anyway, I'm tricking them. It's working. The more
Indoctrination.
Yes.
Indoctrination.
So anyway, I got my book done, and hubby is
Big round of applause. Yay.
hubby's rejoicing because he got his wife back after like 2 years of me.
Not a bachelor anymore.
Honey,
Not a single father.
That's what we're talking about tonight. Give and take. And
If you're going to have to give it, then you got to be able to take it, right?
right. He is a giver, and I'm usually a taker. And so we used to work at a camp, and the director would say, you know, you want to move from being a taker to being a giver. Well, obviously, Adam has learned that better than I have.
You are.
But what I want to talk about is, you know, this is just what works for us. But we've been in ministry the whole time we've been married, right? The whole time we've been married. And some advice my mom gave me once was basically to the effect of, you know, my dad was in youth ministry for a while too, and she said, you know, my part, you know, my mom was saying this, her part in the marriage, you know, someone needed to be home with the kids, and they wanted to make sure one of them was. And so as she took care of the kids, it freed my dad up to go do ministry. So she was doing ministry too, it just looked a little different. And we kind of had a similar philosophy that we used to work, you know, ministry, you sometimes work crazy hours. And so we kind of set, you know, if he was out doing things, then for as much as we could, I would be home. And then if I was doing things out with the ministry, he would try to be home. Because we saw, we didn't want to both be gone, you know, and our kids just be resentful, like, oh, this is great, you know, mom and dad both do ministry, but what about us? And so we try as much as we can. I mean, sometimes we get babysitters, but that if I'm not there, he is. Or if he's not there, I am. And so you can imagine, as I was writing this book, that I was here, but not here. Do you know what I mean? And that happened in ministry as well. We were in camping ministry. Hey, Abby, talking about camping ministry. Abby knows about that.
Yeah, you do.
But sometimes it's hard because
Abby's been in ministry her whole life.
Whole life.
Ministry her whole life.
even in utero.
Literal.
Utero, right?
Literally.
I think she was
her
then.
whole life, yeah.
So, but there'd be times where, like, I could see Adam, like he was there, but he was working. And so he wasn't able to help me, you know, and sometimes I was telling him just the other day, he might do a youth ministry trip this summer, and he was saying, is this okay? Like, with the baby coming and all that kind of things. I almost said her name. Almost
You
slipped.
haven't told them?
No, it's a secret, I said.
Oh.
Yeah.
Until when?
I don't know. We don't tell our kids' names online, really, so I don't know. Maybe Adam will tell you. Who knows? I just said
I will slip.
Anyway, so he's just asking me, like, hey, is that going to work for you? Like, if I do that? And I said, you know, sometimes if you are gone, not that makes it easier, but it's like, I know you can't help me. But if you're in close proximity and I can see you, but you can't help me, like, that can be harder. Can I get an amen? Is that hard for anybody else? And so I think it was the same thing with writing the book. Like, here I am, writing away, you know, just nearby, but yet I wasn't really
Available.
keep talking.
Available.
Now it's your turn. I can't talk. Anyway, so what are some things in your marriage where there's that give and take? Because if someone's just always a taker, that kind of stinks for the giver.
Well, and I think, if, especially in ministry, but in life in general, when you have, get married, you have kids, and there are areas that, I'm going to need to pick slack up in, and there are areas that she will have to pick up slack in, and that's the balance of sharing roles, sharing life, sharing the load of whatever you're doing. Taking that, and when somebody else can't do something or isn't available to do something, you pick up the slack and share that load so that it all doesn't fall on one of you.
Right. Good. That's good, babe. Well, and what I was trying to remember is, like, when we were first married, Adam was still in college and I was working, and we knew that going in, that was part of the deal. We wanted him to finish my degree, or my degree. His degrey.
Our degree.
And I remember, like, I'd have to get up before him, and he was still in bed, and that was really hard. Because my alarm would go off, 6-something, and it was like, so glad he can sleep. But now the tables have turned, especially the pregnancy, and Adam will leave, and I'm usually, lately, still in bed. So it's like, it's
okay. You
came full circle.
You're eating for two, you're thinking for two, you're sleeping for two, so you just got to do everything.
I guess so.
Twice as much.
I guess so. So, any tips you guys have of things where there's that give and take? I think part of it too is in our generation, like, more so. I remember my dad being helpful, and I know Adam's dad was helpful, but we have, some friends that are our parents' age where it's like the wife did kind of everything with parenting, and the dad was pretty hands-off, and, like, I'm so thankful we are not in that. Now, that might be your story, and God gives you grace for your story, but I am thankful that is not our story. My husband's not afraid to help, but sometimes for me, I can take advantage of it too. Like, because he's so helpful, you can come to expect that, too. And I think, the times when he's not here, I'm like, oh, it makes me appreciate him more. And he's told me the same thing. Like, if I go off to a conference and he's home, like, he's fine, with the kids, but I think he comes back, he's like, I really appreciate you. So
we eat a lot of cereal and stay in our pajamas most of the time.
Yeah, but everyone's okay. I had to let go of some of that control.
I saw something on Facebook, and it said the standard or the bar for when mom comes home from a weekend, or I think it was even the end of the day when dad's watching the kids, and the dad is counting. He's going, okay, they have 3 kids, and he says 1, 2, 3. Okay, everybody's here, and everybody's alive. All right, it was a good day.
Where
the day was a success.
And then, the mom comes home and sees dishes still in the sink and all this stuff.
Undone.
She's not just appreciative that they're just all alive and have eaten cereal.
At least eaten something.
Right. So anyway, marriage is definitely about give and take, and it's good to have a conversation too, to talk with your spouse, like, hey, how are we doing on this area? Do you just feel like I'm taking all the time? Do you feel like you're giving all the time? And try to figure out ways where, that can work for you. Because you know what? Someone has to take out the trash, and that just stinks. Literally. See what I did there?
Good one.
But, there's some jobs that just aren't pleasant. Like changing poopy diapers. So I spread the
wealth. That one stinks as well.
That stinks too.
See what I did
but
there?
Like, some jobs are not going to be anyone's favorite, and maybe you just flip a coin, But
or trade. I did it last time. It's your
Right.
turn.
Although I do like something.
Not keeping score though. That's not.
No. Although I do like something our former pastor said. He said he would get like very angry when he saw. I mean, he's a little. Don't take this the wrong way, but like when he saw women having to do the trash and like the dirty jobs, he was like, unless they want to, they shouldn't have to do this. I'm like, yes. Hashtag preach. So
hashtag it.
Anyway, not to say women aren't strong enough and smart enough, and gosh darn, we like you. But you know what I mean. See what I did there.
I saw what you did.
All right, guys. That's about all we have. Thank you for joining us. For Adam and Katie for Stop Hammock Time. Fireside. I can't talk. Fireside
Chats.
Fireside Chats.
And we love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Hey, we're stealing that from someone else. I don't know.
No, I was trying to represent.
Okay, as long as we give her credit.
Trying to Nina Nash.
No.
Poe.
Veronica.
Veronica Poe Nash. Yes.
Something like that.
Check her out. Hilarious.
Hilarious.
Love her.
Yes.
Want to be her friend.
All right. See you guys later.
Bye.